So the zombie apocalypse can save humanity. Well, if a zombie apocalypse were to ever happen, it would be one of, if not the most devastating event mankind could ever go through. The cost of lives could exceed into the billions, possibly ending humanity. It's a hypothetical situation that hopefully would never come to pass. Any good that would come out of it would be at an extremely high price. So what could possibly be considered a good point when discussing something so drastic, so life-altering? How could it actually save humanity? Well, if it were to happen, it would probably be by human design, so let's start there. The first bit of good news that would happen is that hopefully those who think it's okay to unleash devastating viruses on mankind would not survive. It would be sad indeed for the human race to survive such an event only for someone decades later to research and release a different kind of virus to finish the job. Well, I hope there is no one insane enough to actually be working on a zombie virus. You never know what some madman or some mad woman might be concocting behind closed doors given today's technology, all in the name of progress or science, of course. The next thing I can think of is politics. There would be no need to worry about outside interference from other countries, as every country would simply be fighting to survive. As for local politics, I think it would be safe to say leaders would be chosen from local communities based on either strength or popularity. Each leader would be responsible for their group of people. I don't believe there would be a president or prime minister of either Canada or the United States, as there would be too much distance between groups and not enough communication. Besides, we all know that the president and the prime minister would be whisked away to a private and secure bunker of some sort. Good news is that we won't have to worry about them interfering in our survival. They'll leave that up to us while they ride out the storm in comfort. At least during the first few years, provided we survive that long. So at least you won't have to try and vote someone out or in. You won't have to worry if an election was rigged. There won't be any elections. No one going to the voting stations, as most wouldn't have survived the initial onslaught of the zombie outbreak. It is more probable that many small groups would form, and a few large groups as well, independently of each other. Some of the groups over time might merge for one reason or another, but the leaders would definitely be replaced if they weren't able to handle the job of keeping people well fed and safe. So there's a good point. No more political corruption. Next on the list would be social problems and activists. During a zombie apocalypse, all of these would immediately cease to be. The wage gap, real or imagined, would end because quite simply, no one would have a job other than to survive. Survival pays the recipient with their continued life, not in cold hard cash. The girl power movement would end as most women will latch onto the nearest strong male or group for protection. In such an event as a zombie apocalypse, I cannot see any woman complaining about toxic masculinity, mansplaining, or how we cannot sit with our legs together as a woman can, when it will be that very masculinity that saves him and keeps him safe. I'm not saying women won't be able to handle themselves, but I will say men and women think differently. Men are hardwired to protect the species, and women are hardwired to keep the species going. It's nature's way. It's been that way since we've walked upright, and that's a good thing. I would hope the next social problem, racism, would end as well. During the zombie apocalypse, there is only one race. When it's the living against the dead, that race is the human race, and we must survive. To a zombie, skin color doesn't matter. Your ethnic background doesn't matter. All that matters to a zombie is to feed. Regardless of your sex, skin color, what you identify as, what pronouns you use, if any, doesn't matter. During a zombie apocalypse, you are the food, and zombies don't care about anything that you think defines you. They only care about eating you. Goodbye racism. That's a good thing. The next thing that many of those who think it's okay for adults to be romantically involved with underage children probably won't survive. I personally don't approve of this behavior. It's why we have laws against it, for now at least. So goodbye kitty lovers. So that's a good thing too. On a lighter side, we would not have to work for a corporation to get rich instead of us. Everything we do, everything we make would be for our own benefit and those of our group. Circumstances would dictate when tasks needed to be started and finished. Life would be much simpler, but much harder as well. We would be facing challenges on such a scale as never seen before. We can imagine how great it would be not have to clock in every day. However, we have a soft and easy life. We are well educated, all cared for, even if we're not completely able to provide for ourselves. This would not be the case in a zombie apocalypse. Goodbye corporate power. That can be considered a good thing too. So in short, our soft, easy life would immediately become extremely hard and difficult to adapt to. Yes, we might be able to say we don't have an idiot running our country, or whatever complaint you might have. Yes, you won't have to worry about corporations taking over the world. You won't have to worry about losing everything in a divorce. Say goodbye to most, or probably all, social movements. This is a zombie apocalypse, and none of these things will matter anymore. At least until society is rebuilt, fully grown, to where life has become soft and easy again. So you can take heart that these things I've spoken of might be considered good things by some during a zombie apocalypse, and not having those things might actually save humanity. But I say no, it's not. It's not worth losing 98% of society, or all of society, to rid society of its perceived problems. The only way these can be considered good things is to boost your morale so you don't fall into depression and lose the will to live. Preparing for disasters, whether it's a zombie apocalypse or even an alien invasion, might sound like a topic straight out of science fiction movie, but it's actually a wise and responsible thing to do. After all, no one can predict when a disaster might strike, and being prepared can make all the difference between life and death. But preparing for disasters isn't just about stockpiling supplies and building bunkers. It's also about learning and educating others about safety and survival skills. This includes knowing how to start a fire, how to purify water, and how to administer basic first aid. By teaching these skills to others, we can create a more resilient and prepared community. So whether we're preparing for a zombie apocalypse or any other disaster, let's make it count. Prepare now, learn now, and I'll see you in the next video.